radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baker Boys Show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every day.
Special guest, here we go. Well, it's the Baker, baby. It's the Baker Boys in the morning. In the morning, it's the Baker Boys, and we got a special guest for you. Hey, his name is Mr. Criminal. Mr. Criminal in the building.
West, what's good with it, man?
Been a long time coming, bro.
Yeah, man.
You've been grinding for a long time.
Grinding, man. We out here.
Yo, I read something on your bio. You have like 34 albums out, bro.
I think we passed that now.
For real?
Yeah, I think Wikipedia need to update that.
Bro, man.
Yeah, we
Damn,
grinding.
34 albums, man. What the hell are you talking about for 34 albums, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
how many drugs, guns, and you know,
got
stuff like that you can
We
talk
got
about?
a lot of stories, man. We got a lot of stories, a lot of people that I represent. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I was just the other day at one of my shows, and two of my boys pulled up, and we're tripping out, like just off of their two, times that they spent behind bars since I've been in the rap game. They did 24 years combined.
Damn.
It's just since I've been in the rap game, and these are kids I grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like, you have people that are down, people that are out, you haven't seen in many, many years. You feel like you represent these cats out there with
I
the
know
microphone?
for a fact I represent them. They contact me all the time, and most of the stories that I put in my music, if not they're 100% my music, my stories, they're my direct homeboys that are right now incarcerated, facing life sentences. If not, they're resting in peace. You know what I'm saying? Looking down on us right now.
Right. So let me ask you a question. What have you learned from, some of your friends that have been, either are dead or in jail? What have you learned? Because you're still out here. You're walking amongst us.
That the opportunities and the life that we're presented is a blessing, and not to take it for granted. And that every single day above, ground on the earth is to take advantage of the opportunities and count your blessings, man. And at the end of the day, this isn't the life for the kids. This isn't the life that you want to live. It's not the path you want to take.
When did you learn that? Well, I mean, you've been rapping for 18 years.
Yeah.
34 albums deep, man. At what point did you, turn your life around or just think to yourself, you know what? I'm not going that route.
I would say I learned young. I didn't learn, but I knew what it was planted in my brain. Like I could tell when I was 12 years old in a 6x8 cell that wasn't the place for a 12-year-old to be.
You were in the cell at 12 years old.
12 years old, isolation, 23 hours a day.
Dude, how long were you in there for?
My first time when I was 12 years old, I think I did, that was like 3 months stint.
Okay.
And then I did, all total before I turned 18, I did nine different terms. So I spent like a couple years of my youth in there wasted. So
right.
I knew when I was young that wasn't the place, but trying to learn and make a decision didn't come until after, I turned 18, got out from doing a little bit of time, and I was supposed to do 11 years, 9 months. And, my son was born, and that was a life-changing thing right there. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
That's the real change.
What's your boy's name?
He's a junior, Roberto Garcia.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Are you gonna have him get into the rap game as well? Is he getting into the rap game?
Nah, he's in the college game.
He's in the college game.
Yeah, he's in the college game, man. So I'm doing it right, man. They said that, having a kid young, I had him when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they said that, I was gonna be, he was gonna be following the steps that I was in, because when I had him, I was basically, he was born the night. I was supposed to get out that night, but I got out the next night, so I was locked up.
Right.
So, basically, I broke all, it went against all odds. You know what I'm saying? We just making something positive for Latinos and show the youth that we could do this, man, against all odds, no matter what people tell us.
Let's talk about the name Mr. Criminal for a minute. How did you get the name, or like as far as, your MC name or taking that into the rap game, Mr. Criminal? How did that come about? Did anybody give you that name, or?
I got that name when I was jumped into my barrio when I was like 12, 13 years old. It stuck with me. They used to call it wasn't Mr., it was just Criminal.
Oh, okay.
My homies from my neighborhood called me Crime Time. And when I got in the rap game, a lot of artists were calling themselves Little, Essa, whatever. And at the time, I chose to put Mr.
Thank God.
in front of my moniker.
Thank you. Thank you didn't put Little Criminal.
Yeah. Nah, so we're Mr. I couldn't be little. I was taller than half the dudes on my label. And I was like the youngest there. So.
Ain't that like the things, like I've seen like other people out there like Booyah Tribo, they're like, here's the little one, and he's like the biggest one.
Yes. It's
like
tiny.
opposite.
Big
Yeah,
old
it's
7
tiny.
foot dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
Hey, so Criminal, man, we were never raised in the hood. We were never raised in the barrio where we had to be jumped in, or we had to choose a life. You know what I mean? We were blessed with music.
Thank God.
So we went that that route, and this is our hood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
The music,
a beautiful thing.
So, man, give us a little insight, man, for people who aren't raised in the manner that some people grow up. Tell me some insight to things that happen on a daily basis that normal people shouldn't have to deal with.
Yeah, well, the struggle's different for different people. Like me, I was on the run real young. I chose to make some bad decisions real young. I was kicked out of school like in 7th grade, expelled. Like I said, I went to juvenile hall young, started going to placement. So I was in the streets, and the daily life is basically, trying to look over your back, over your shoulder, watching your back 24/7, trying to make sure you're not getting caught up. Keep them laces tied 24/7, because when you see them black and whites, you gotta run. You know what I'm saying? that was my life, man. I'm just keeping it real. So
yeah, that's what I want to ask.
Yeah. It was just always looking over my shoulders, always making sure I had somewhere to sleep in the streets, because my mom wasn't trying to have that at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
You got thrown out the crib too?
I chose to leave.
Yeah.
My mom was like, I'm about to call your probation officer, and she had a bunch of stuff in her hand, and I just was like, man, you ain't even got to call. I'm gonna leave.
Is she still alive?
Absolutely.
So now looking back on that decision that when she said, I'm gonna call the cops on you, I'm gonna call your probation officer. Looking back on that in hindsight, what do you think about her as a parent?
She was a strong single mother. My father wasn't around. She had no choice. I mean, I was giving her hell. At the end of the day, she was trying to provide for me, and I was going buck wild, man. I was just going nutty in the street. So she had no choice, man. If it wasn't that, I might be dead right now. I wouldn't be able to talk to
where you are right now. Here we are, finally. After so many years, we've been in the business, we've been in the game. Latinos making noise, but never really got a chance to connect like this.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations, and thank you very much for sticking it out and keeping staying focused on what you're doing, so we can get to this point where we finally meet with each other. And I seen the movie you were just in.
Yeah,
we love the movie. I love the movie. I got a chance to watch it, man. You did a great job.
Yeah.
So tell me about that movie role and. What was it called? The Chicano?
El Chicano, yeah, man. It was just dope, man. Latinos, first all Latino casted film. We had a good time. I got the call from Ben Bray and Joe Carnahan from Smoking Haces, and they set us up to Calgary, Canada, man. Not thinking we're busting
Mexicans in Canada.
Yeah,
bro.
Busting East Los scenes in Canada. You know what I'm saying? But it worked out because they say, "Hey, just like us in the hood." You know what I'm saying? They're like, "What's up, eh?" And I'm like, "That's one of the homies right here."
That sounds like
a
reality show. Mexicans in Canada. I'm ready. Let's go.
That's one of the homies. So nah, it was cool, man. It was cool to be embraced by people like George Lopez, by people like Ben Bray, who's been in the game for years, Emilio Rivera, Sal Lopez, who plays my father from American Me. Yeah. People that I looked up to on screen and never thought I'd ever have the opportunity to work with.
What are some of the things, the tidbits that you may have picked up from them while doing this movie? What some of the acting skills or anything like that?
Yeah, I would say more than acting skills is more like life coaching stuff. Like a lot of these dudes took me under their wing. Like George Lopez will just text me like, "Hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused." Sal Lopez, same thing. Emilio Rivera, he just hit me up the other day about some dogs. So it's like more just being like, trying to guide you in the right direction and stay focused.
Trying to be like a bigger brother and reach out to you and hey, man, keep doing your thing. Keep doing. We got your back. You're successful in your own right, and you continue to do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I got a story I wanted to share because I've been saving it for you because it's about criminals.
Okay.
And since you're Mr. Criminal, the mayor of Clarksdale, Mississippi is trying to eliminate the criminal element in his town by paying them to leave. Do you think this would make people stay or leave?
Man, cut the check.
Yeah, so the mayor is offered up to $10,000 of his own cash and asking local businesses to donate to the cause as well. He said they might be bringing the wrong environment, but if I put money behind this, do you think the criminals will leave, or do you think more criminals will come because they think they're going to get a check?
That's modern day gentrification. That's just in another way. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, now you're just moving the criminals instead of a certain,
providing it with outlets.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if a criminal could take that 10 G's and go flip it and put it into some music,
do it.
And get out of being a criminal in their life, man, why not?
And sometimes it takes a break like that or an opportunity, or a lot of people have started their careers on drug money. Obviously, they've taken that money. I mean, look at Eazy-E, NWA, and what spawned off of there from Ice Cube to Dre.
Change the world.
Thank God.
I mean, stuff like that happens all the time, especially in the rap game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, definitely.
Criminal, let me ask you this. Who are those folks in your youth, in your younger age, younger days, that inspired you or gave you an opportunity? Say, hey, you know what, young brother, I see something in you. Let me support you somehow, some way.
From the music side?
Music side.
Yeah, music side. The first person that ever embraced me in this game was Mr. Capone, High Power Records.
Nice.
So he signed me. My homeboy from my neighborhood, Shy Boy, used to party with him. They used to cruise Whittier Boulevards, all this stuff. I used to get letters and placements, man, and my homie would be like, yeah, man, I'm rolling with this dude, and he raps, and he's always in the studio. And, I used to be backyard like legend. Like, I'd be like 16, 17 years old, East LA, Pico Rivera, like just busting. Everybody knew who I was. My neighborhood was like famous because we had a rapper from the hood. And at the end of the day, he used to always say, like, this is your moment, bro. I'm reading these letters and places like, come on, bro. It's like, you tripping.
You never thought that you could really take this and make it a real career?
Nah, not at all. I didn't think it would be possible for me with the life I was living. It was a dream. I felt like I could do it if I had the chance, but I didn't really think it was real. I didn't think it was a real chance. You know what I'm saying?
Because you didn't see people like yourselves doing it?
I didn't see it. It was just like he was talking about some dude. I'm like, who the hell is this dude, you know?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when I got out, I hit a lowrider show, seen them pull up in a big old limousine. You know, next thing you know, it was just embrace me. I got signed like the next day, man.
That's so.
After 34 albums, 18 years, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about today's music? You've been doing it for a long time. So when you started, music is different. Now, today, here you are, still doing it. What do you think?
It took a while to grow. I mean, I think it's dope, though. Honestly, I think it's super dope. At first, coming from as an old school head, I'm like now I'm starting to feel like an old head hating on this new stuff. Like, what's up with this new stuff? It's cool. Like, I didn't get it at first, but at the end of the day, it's just you just gotta feel the vibe. It's like a whole new vibe out there. You know what I'm saying? And some of not everything is golden. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely trash in any genre, but I think a lot of these dudes have some dope energy, and they're bringing some dope content.
Well, speaking of that, I have a brand new artist that I want to play for you and see how you feel about this content on this song. It's very different. Okay. Everybody's a young, a little, or this or that.
Yeah.
So this guy's name is Young KSB. Okay. And I want to see your reaction. Natural reaction. Let's go. There we go.
Eat a ass or something. Slob on my ass. Slob on my ass. Eat it from the back.
36 Mafia flip.
Don't forget to say.
Okay, this dude's dirty. What you guys play? What is this?
He just told you no curse words, Eric V.
Yeah, he just said eat an ass. That's all he said. I don't know.
Yeah, he might be talking about a donkey.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
He could be talking about a donkey.
So what do you think about Young KSB? If he hits you up for a feature,
Mr. Criminal feature?
A remix
Man,
with Mr. Criminal.
I ain't doing no ass eating features, bro. I'm good on all that.
Okay.
Young KSB, much love, homie, but we eating steak and caviar and lobsters over here, no ass.
All right, man. Let's get into the single.
Whoa!
Tell us about the single, Elevate.
Man, Elevate. Latinos, we elevating. I've been in the game for years, ever since Bright. A lot of things have been changing with Will Smith.
Yep.
The new movie with El Chicano, like I said, decided to, why not turn it up on this music? You know what I'm saying? So
who's featured on it? Somebody's featured on this.
Clicked up with 808 Mafia, Perps produced it, and now we got Wiz Khalifa, man. Wiz Khalifa. He's the number one dude to elevate, if you know what I mean. So we're really elevating now.
All right, let's get into it. It's the Baker Boys. We got Mr. Criminal in the studio, 47 after the hour on this Wednesday. Hump Day!
Let's elevate.
He not eating ass.
No ass eating.
No ass eating.
We need a black and brown super group right there. Wiz Khalifa and Criminal, boy.
Yeah.
That's lovely, man. I love to see the black and brown coming together and doing a dope record so everybody can crowd around and be, this is us combined. This is what we sound like together. We know what you sound like by yourself. We know what Wiz sound like by himself, but together, combination, you can't stop. It sounded like a little bit of a Bone Thugs in there too, man.
Yeah, Bone was at the end. I had Bone Thugs at the end. They did the outro.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard right.
That's beautiful, man. Congratulations on that. Tell me about working with Wiz and how did that connection crack off?
Man, it was dope. We got the homies that over at Rose Lane Records, the homie Jay Hanlon, he tapped in. He helped produce, how should I say it, kickstart the career of the homie Perps from 808 Mafia.
Okay.
He actually taught him, gave him his first laptop, showed him Fruity Loops, the whole nine.
Nice.
Years later, they still connected. A couple platinum plaques later, he's worked with Migos. He's worked with everybody. He's done a lot of stuff, and he's tapped in directly with Wiz. And the homie was like, man, you need to mess with the homie Criminal. He heard my stuff, showed it to Wiz. Next thing you know, we got Elevate, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it just helps elevate everybody when somebody like yourself, comes out the hood and comes out from the brown side and puts it together like that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Who else is featured on the album?
Man, I got everyone. I got The Game on it. I got G Perico. I got Exhibit. Man, we got Wiz Khalifa, obviously, Bone Thugs. I got some of my artists from my label, the homie White Smoke, S.A. Little G. I got the homie Diablo from my record label. just a bunch of different people collaborated with the homie Fingers.
Okay.
Fingers got down.
Yeah, we know Fingers.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. Who are some of the new up and coming artists that you like right now that you feel have potential to blow up in the future?
Man,
that's out there that you're like, oh man, this dude is really dope, or this girl is really dope.
You know who I really like is Draco. Draco from LA. Yeah, okay. Man, Draco's super dope. He's fighting some time right now, but he's pretty dope. Most of the people I like are locked up. I like 03 Greedo.
Right.
I guess that real criminal element. I could feel the real criminals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But nah, them dudes are dope, man. They're really dope. They got a new sound from LA, and I feel like they're not, following the footsteps of the traditional 90s or in 2000 sound. They're creating something totally
different sound.
And if you hear them, you wouldn't even think they're from LA.
Well, let me ask you this: How do you, as somebody that has been around for so long, continue to elevate your sound and keep moving fresh and keep things so you're not getting old and stale and be like an old head? You know what I mean?
Man, you just gotta stay hungry. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like the hunger's all the way there, like on full blast, and I'm always constantly working with new producers. I'm always constantly working with new singers, stuff like that. So the flavor's gonna stay good. Like I was just in the studio the other day with a young dude singing hooks, and just that new bounce, that new vibe. You know what I'm saying? You just catch the energy of the youth, man, and they're gonna bring it.
What about the new school cats? What are the youngsters talking about for Mr. Criminal? Since you've been around for a long time, some people, when you're a young dude and you didn't come up with your sound or know who you are, you don't get the same respect. It's like you almost have to reprove yourself constantly every year to the new generation of cats.
Yeah, man, you just keep that pen sharp. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, keep the bars ready to go. And yeah, man, there's a lot of dope cats out there.
Do you have any bars you can spit for us right now?
Oh man,
all day. He asks about the cursing.
Yeah,
let him curse, man. Mr. Criminal.
Yeah, we can't stop somebody's named Criminal from cursing, right?
Yeah, man, come on, bro.
You got something? If you good,
something.
All right, let's go.
It's on you.
All right. 7 in the morning, I'm up with no court. Dash, dream Los Angeles, it's a sport. With the Baker boys, yeah, we making noise. Mr. Criminal from the bottom, how you do? Yaski story. West side in the house, Mr. Criminal gonna keep it straight bouncing. West Coast, smoking on an ounce. That's my freestyle, though. I don't freestyle too much. I was gonna spit. Look, I'm gonna keep it real. I was gonna spit something from now on, and I was like, that's fake. That's what everybody does.
I know,
that's why I stopped it. I was like, you guys want to freestyle? I'm gonna give you a real freestyle.
I appreciate you doing that.
That's all good.
A lot of people won't even try it.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna freestyle for real. I'm gonna sound stupid.
What about this though, right here, man? What is the silver lamp kit you just brought for us, bro?
Yeah, you know, cannabis is legal in California now.
That's right.
We're servicing the market. Anything that we could do legally and jump in any hustle, I'm full force, 10 toes down on it. So
10 toes down.
Yeah, we here, man. We full force in the Crime Family Cannabis is the business. We got the vape pen right there. It's one of a kind. It's like a dab kit that you could actually dab. Most people are always walking around dabbing with a big old torch and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, you can do that anywhere. I don't want to,
I'm
say
scared.
anywhere, but basically you could do it without all that extra stuff. Just in the pen, man.
That's
it's got some dope technology. It's got a 15-second hit. Most of the pens turn off in like 4 seconds. You keep trying to push them.
It's the heavy duty joint.
This is the real one. This was made for like the criminals and the Snoops and the Wizzes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, heavy duty right there.
Yeah.
Heavy duty smoking. Okay, so what, man? Like I said, after 34 albums, it's like, what else can Criminal talk about? What's new and exciting to you that you're pulling from these days?
That hunger to blow my people up.
Okay.
in the mainstream and get us that respect in the national level.
What do you think it needs to happen? What do you think? What are those steps that we all need to take combined? What is a combined effort?
I would say support.
Okay.
First and foremost, support. We need to support each other. It's too much of that. Everybody sticking to their own, and that dude's not. From my side, I don't want to bump him, or it's a Latino movie, and I don't know if I really want to go see it. It just seems like nobody really wants to support our kind.
Yeah, entertainment's entertainment. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If it's black, white, brown,
that's the problem.
Yellow,
that's
the
problem. But for some reason, from our side, there's like a stigma, or there's something holding it back.
Right.
I can't seem to figure out what it is, but
There's
it's my
always,
mission.
There's always one, in any race, there's that breakthrough film or breakthrough director that breaks those barriers down. So it has to take one of those to actually open the eyes that, we do have that power, in the economy. Because that's really what it comes down to. It's all money.
Absolutely.
If you're pushing the numbers at the box office, they'll create more movies like that because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it takes that, and, having a cast like you did for this El Chicano movie, that's a big step. And that's one of many that has to come. They have to continue to do that.
But we could do that all day. We can make thousands of movies like that. But if the people don't come out and support, there's no point. Yeah, straight up.
Exactly.
Thank you.
They got to get out, and we got to support, man. We got to support each other. They'll get out and they'll support the YGs. They'll get out and they'll support everybody else. They'll support the Avengers. They'll support Black Panther. Support our own.
Okay, so right now you're talking to 400,000 people that are listening to us every morning here at the Dash Radio. So go ahead and tell them right now, from your heart to theirs, let them know what you need from them.
Yeah, man. From every color, ain't no color lines. But at the end of the day, our own people got to support each other. Latinos, Unidos, man. We speak it all the time. We represent our raza, this and that. But we don't come out and we don't support each other.
Put your money on it.
Come on, man. Put your money where your mouth is. Come on, let's do this. Come support each other. I'm up here 7 in the morning for the Baker Boys because there's some Latinos I'm supporting. What's cracking?
Yeah, for sure. And he don't usually wake up this early, man.
Nah, unless I'm in court.
Criminals. Yeah, I was about to say criminals don't wake up that early.
Nah,
right?
I ain't in court right now. I ain't no judge around the corner.
Hey, so somebody asked a question right now in Twitch. Where is your favorite spot to eat? So,
man, I like any marisco spot.
Mariscos.
Yeah. From the real marisco spot all the way to Red Lobster.
I'm
a mess with it. Yeah.
What about those bay? What are they called? Those breads they bring out in the front.
Oh yeah, that's
the cheese biscuits.
That goes perfect with the beer.
What is your favorite kind of beer? Modelo Especial?
All day.
All right.
Favorite football team?
That's the Tennessee Titans. Bro.
Tennessee Titans? What? You're not a Raiders fan or a Dallas Cowboys fan? How did you get to Tennessee Titans?
That's a long story. You ain't ready to go.
No, bro. Like, for real. Like,
I'm not a hater, bro. I'll tell you exactly how I'm a Tennessee
How'd it happen?
Fan. I'm a USC fan.
And
I'm a football fan. So
okay.
At the end of the day, I was watching the Rose Bowl between the Texas Longhorns and the USC Trojans.
The Vince Young game.
Yeah, you remember Vince Young.
Boy.
So I always go for the underdog.
Okay.
So when Vince Young, I was like, man, this dude was amazing. He scrambled for a couple touchdowns, went 222 yards or something like that. Ridiculous, right? So I was like, who the hell is this dude scrambling on my Trojans like this, right? So I started paying attention, and then he got drafted to the Tennessee Titans, which was the last dead-ass team.
Right.
So I'm talking about Donkey. And so at the end of the day, dead Donkey last team, and I was like, man, I'm gonna support this dude. This is from the ground up. I like ground up stuff, man. I ain't trying to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, that's the number one team.
That's what's up.
And now I support the LA Rams because they're here, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
All
stuff.
right, so for young rappers, young, Latin, Mexican, no matter, so Salvadorian, wherever you're from, you're Latin, you want to be in the game. Yes. What are those steps that you would like to share with them so they can, they don't have to go through all the steps that you already went through. You already paved the way for these cats. Give them a little bit of insight. If they're young, they want to get busy.
Man, if you're a Latin cat in this game and you're trying to get busy, drop a single, drop a demo, and shoot it to crimefamilyentertainment@gmail.com, man.
What are you looking for when you sign artists to your label?
Man, I'm looking for rawness, something different right now. There's too much of the same stuff, so I'm looking for different flow. Like my boy Any Means right now. I got a dude that's signed to my label, the homie Any Means. He's got such a dope flow. Like you hear him, you wouldn't even think he's even Latino or even like a cat from out this side. He just got that dope raw flow. I got my homeboy Little Cuete, artist Little Cuete. He's like a legend in the Chicano Rap game. He's got such a dope flow, so unique, the way that he delivers, the way he spits. So yeah, just bring something different to the table. Don't watch somebody else's formula and try to do it.
You know what I've always dreamed of was to have a Mexican NWA. Mexicans with attitude.
That's gonna be the Crime Family.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like 3-4 dope ass MCs. All of them are dope ass producer. Beats they never heard before. Stuff like that, man. Put that into motion for all of us.
We
need that.
We're working on it.
All right.
We're working on it right now, brother.
We got your support.
How can people follow you?
Man, at Mr. Criminal. Mr. Criminal is the number one that you can find me on everything. Twitter, Instagram. I think on Twitter they got a number one in front of it.
Yeah.
Just Google, you'll find me.
All right, Mr. Criminal, you've just walked into a room. You hear the music change.
Yeah, it sounds a little crazy.
The mood changed.
What is it, saw or something?
We got a masseuse in here. He's going to give you a massage right now.
What the heck is going on?
I'm just playing. So you've walked into a room of mouth love.
Positivity.
Right here. Positivity. It's called mouth love. This is something Nick B came up with.
Okay.
He likes to write these affirmations, so we would love you to join us.
Let's do it.
Every morning when I wake up, Mr. Criminal, I like to do my prayers. I like to do my I am affirmations. So when I go out through the day, no matter what happens in between that prayer in the morning and the prayer at night, I'm already taken care of.
That's what's up.
So I want to share some of those things with you, and I would ask you if you would like to help me with some of this. We call this mouth love.
Mouth love.
Do it. Mouth love. Let's get it cracking.
Repeat after me. All right, here we go. Mr. Criminal in the house, and he's going to do mouth love.
Here we go.
With us. All right. I accept love.
I accept love.
I accept love.
I am magical.
I am magical.
I am courageous.
I am courageous.
I'm living my best life.
I'm living my best life.
You are now in Mouth Club, Mr.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for coming through, bro.
Man, thank you. And I want to thank you guys because you guys gave me my first opportunity to spit back in the days when I was like 12 years old, the roll call.
Bro.
You guys don't even know.
We didn't know
You
that.
guys don't even know that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I caught myself
guess we
Mr.
gotta
G
do
back
it.
then.
We got to do it.
Bring it up.
No, you have the bed, don't you, over there? It's not over there? You don't have the roll call bed over there, Nick B? For real? Okay, well, I don't have it either.
That's a problem.
Party foul.
I guess we got to come back. You got to come back and do the roll call again,
I was 12
bro.
years old, bro. So,
on.
I should have said you guys before Mr. Cafoni.
Give me a second, Nick B. I'm going to find it right now. You guys talk while I get this.
Let's do it. So 12 years old, you were listening. How old were? I mean, what grade were you in? Like 6th grade? That's 6th grade.
I was like 5th or 6th.
And what was your name back then?
Mr. G.
Mr. G.
My last name's Garcia.
Okay.
What city did you grow up in?
Man, all over. I bounced all over. So I was born in Whittier. I grew up from all the way La Puente, Walnut, Pomona, Riverside, Silver Lake, all over, man. I've been all over.
We're the first ones to put you on Power 106.
You already know.
All right, so
You already know.
I found it.
Oh!
There we go. It's an impromptu
Yeah.
special celebrity roll call right now.
They bring it back.
Hey, here we go. Hey,
Say 1 for the trouble, 2 for the time. It's the roll call. Who's on that line?
Mr. Criminal from the West, I'm the best. Otra vez, and I straight represent to the death.
Yeah, that sounds fresh, and that may be. But where you coming from, brother? What city?
West Side, Silver Lake, never fake. Buster Great, want all my enemies. West Side to the death.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Taking it back right there.
Yeah.
We had to do it.
Damn it,
That was
man.
dope.
We had
That
to
made me
do
feel good.
Yeah, man.
I like when I do the roll call once a day. Can I call every morning? I wake up just for that.
We're just gonna crank call you with roll call music band and just hang up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Just to get you up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hang up.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
Criminal, you're always welcome to come
thank
on
you
back
guys for
here.
having me, brother.
You're a part of the family. Apparently, we've been part of your family and career since you were 12 years old.
For real.
So it's a blessing and an honor to actually have you here in the studio. We look forward to the future of Mr. Criminal and
Thank you.
looking forward to be a part of that crime family future as well.
Appreciate you guys, man.
No
Bless.
doubt, brother.
Thank you,
Mr.
brother.
Criminal, follow this
Yo,
man
yo.
right now. Stream that brand new song, Elevate. It's the Baker Boys, and this is how we get down every damn morning, baby.
Radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baker Boys Show.